Welcome to Mission 9 of the Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster. This is Nar Shaddaa, the vertical city, and my favorite map in the game. This box behind you starts moving, and you can hitch a ride if you want. That door on the other side, if I would actually look towards it, there we go. That door is the way forward, but we need a key to get through it, plus we need some secrets. Now, this is not a secret in here. There's just a place where you can grab some ammo and shields if you're getting low. Then you need to hop down, come around this way. There's a switch back here that you need to shoot to move the box out of the way, and then this cubby is your first secret of 10. And there's a switch over here that moves this big wall out of the way. There's actually a switch way on the other side that does the same thing. Doesn't matter which one you hit. Quick note about that first secret, you can race the big moving box and get into the secret before it gets there. You might get trapped, but you can still use the switch and shoot it with your blaster to get out. Some more guards up here, but we're not going to bother with them or anything else because we're ready to leave through the yellow key door. Now, just around this corner is a bridge with some Grands throwing thermal detonators. You don't want to hang out there. Oh, I love getting that guy through the window with my mortars, but anyway, that bridge over there was actually the end of the level. Speedrunners do some crazy explosion jump tech and just skip the entire level by just leaping all the way over there. Just showing you some areas where there are some shields, various things scattered around. One of the wonderful things about this mission, and one of the things I love about it, is there's lots of areas that you don't need to go into. You can find little things in the various nooks and crannies. Taking another Gran out up there. And some mortars over here you want to pick up. But I love how this place actually feels like a big sprawling city. It makes for a lot of fun combat, a fun sense of exploration, and lots of places where explosives come in handy, which is always really fun. So we're just pretty much following a linear path for the moment. There's a hidden door right there, but we're not going to go in there right now. It is not a secret. It's actually an exit path for something we're going to go to later. Here we're getting into an area with some stormtroopers, and through this door's bridge, we just crossed over a path that we passed beneath earlier. A few stormtroopers in here. Now, this room gives you access to several secrets. Usually there's another stormtrooper here. That's why I'm looking around. Jump across here. This is your second secret. Be careful. On hard difficulty, there's a proximity mine in there. And a Gran. This room's not a secret, but there's some stuff that you can grab. Hard difficulty has a mine in there as well. Now, through here are secrets number 3 and 4. I don't know why it's 2 secrets, but it is. If you get this far, that's your third secret. If you get this far without getting crushed, I should say. And then if you make it all the way over here, this is secret number 4. You should be at 39%. I don't know why it's 39 and not 40 when there's exactly 10 secrets and we've gotten 4 of them. But anyway, back there in secret number 4, there is a mine on hard difficulty as well. What do you know? The game always spawns another stormtrooper in here when you come back through. Now, through this door is one of the hardest secrets to get in the entire game. You want to take that guy out so he doesn't mess you up. And then we're going to jump across this massive gap, but we can't make it all the way. At least I've never been able to, so we're going to use a well-timed boost from one of our mines to just push us that much farther and actually get over here to the 5th secret. Now, you might be thinking that can't be the intended way to get up here, and you're probably right. Although they did do stuff like that in old games. That's just how they did things in the old days. But I did find a really old walkthrough for the original Dark Forces, which said to just jump across the gap. So it's possible that in the original game you were able to make that jump, and for some reason in the new version of the game, this remastered version, something changed so that you can't make the jump. Or I'm just doing it wrong. That's entirely possible. But after many attempts, I was not able to do it. This is me being bad at thermal detonators, trying to clear these out, so it's a good thing I have stuff to talk about here. There's a Gran above my head that we're going to take out with a mortar in a second here. But we need to get rid of these mines in order to safely traverse this room. There we go. Now, over here is the secret door I pointed out earlier. Itself not leading to a secret, but it is the path back from that secret we were just in. So now, we're back on this bridge again. This time we're going to jump over here. And there's 2 doors on this platform. We're going to go through the left one first. Some of these force fields are on, and some of them are not. The safe path is left, right, left. Plus, you got to watch out for that mine. And in here, we're going to be getting our favorite weapon. Well, our favorite weapon so far, the Concussion rifle, is such a beautiful little device. And this is, by the way, secret number 6 in here. So we're up at 59%. I don't know why it's Again, it seems to be rounding down in some weird way, so it says 59% instead of 60%. There's our friend, the Stormtrooper. Where on earth were you, buddy? So this concussion rifle is a beautiful long-range weapon that does area of effect damage. It's like an explosive, but it's an energy weapon. So you can hit multiple enemies at a time with it. And I'm using the mortar there because I wanted to lob and explode. I'm just showing you where the blue key door is here. We need the blue key. That's how we get out of this area, which is a whole bunch of buildings. And then, again, using the mortar because it lobs to take out some enemies. But I'll be using the concussion rifle for the most part here on out. Really, I will, I promise. The concussion rifle shoots in a straight line, so it's actually hard to hit enemies that are up on a ledge. But it does area of effect damage in a certain radius around wherever the projectile hits. Now, the weird thing is, you can't see the projectile. Not because it's super fast or anything, it's just invisible for whatever reason. Here's the red key door. We'll be going in there in a sec. The concussion projectile does take some time to get where it's going, so if you're shooting an enemy that's far away, you might notice it takes a second or two before it impacts. Here's the red key, and in here there's just a few more enemies and some stuff to pick up. We don't really need to go any farther through here, but I will show you where there's a little secret passage out of this building. It leads to an area of the city that we'll be visiting later. This isn't a secret or anything. You just walk through that sign and you'll find you're back in the streets again, but we don't need to go there right now. I do believe I used that passage in my hard difficulty playthrough, which will be coming later. Speaking of which, as we go into the red key door and into this building, I forgot to mention I'm playing on easy difficulty for the sake of creating a smooth walkthrough. On harder difficulties, there are more enemies, and sometimes the items are different from what you'll be seeing in this video. We don't need to come into this building to beat the level, but we are coming in here because there are some secrets, and that's one of them. Number 7. And then we're going to run and jump across to the next building through this window, and this is why I was lobbing mortars into a window earlier in the level. It took out those 2 guys, otherwise you'd be jumping in there and facing 2 guys with concussion rifles in a really small enclosed area. This long, narrow passageway, by the way, it doesn't seem to be possible to avoid taking damage from going down that elevator. Lots of mortars here, which is good if you use a lot of mortars in this level like I do. I don't remember exactly how far you have to go along this passage to trigger the secret. I know you at least have to get down that elevator. Be very careful coming back here that you don't fall. I mean, it'll just cost you a life, that's all. I don't know if you noticed, this is a completely deathless run. And I promise there are no blooper recordings of me stupidly dying. Jump across here. You have to open that shutter, which closes after a bit. Jump across in here. This is your 9th secret. And I am just throwing some thermal detonators because there's some enemies down there, but apparently they are out of range. So we'll just use our trusty concussion rifle. But we don't need to go over there. That's where the secret passage that I showed you earlier leads to. Where I just shot in there. Okay, there's a grand there. But you can see we've made a loop and we're back at the blue key door. We don't have the blue key yet. All that other stuff we did was to get secrets. So there's a lot of this part you can skip. If you just want to beat the level, all you have to do is come over this way, and the blue key is over here. Along with some other secrets and things, and in a moment we're about to see the absolute best usage of the concussion rifle. Right around this corner. Yes, eat it, you stupid remotes. It's great for destroying those pesky little things. A couple ways to go here. We're going to go left first. There's another secret here. You can open up any one of these 5 panels. The whole area in behind here is the secret area. With a couple more Trandoshans with concussion rifles. By the way, if there are enemies with concussion rifles in the level, you can use the concussion rifle pretty liberally. By the way, this switch opens up another panel in the wall with some stuff in it. That's not a secret for some reason. But anytime you pick up a dropped concussion rifle, it gives you 100 ammo units. Just coming in here to get the blue key, because it's in this... I don't know what this is. Kind of looks like a bar or something. And they've just got the key sitting there. But yes, anytime you pick up a dropped concussion rifle, it gives you 100 ammo units, so you can use the concussion rifle pretty liberally although you want to be very careful about using it in close quarters, because you can damage yourself with it very easily. That the area of effect of the projectile, it's like an explosive, like I mentioned earlier. It's like an explosive that you can't see, and so you can damage yourself and kill yourself with it very, very easily, which is why I'm not using it here, for example. And it is kind of strange that you can't see the projectile. If you've ever played Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, they actually made it so you can see the projectile in that game. This door is openable, but there's not much point in going in there, so we're going to skip it for now, but we are going to go in here because there's a remote to take out, 2 remotes to take out with the concussion rifle. It's just so satisfying. They were such pests early in the game, so hard to hit, and now you just use this area of effect. Oh, also there was a shield supercharge in there, and if you've got a shield supercharge, yeah, you don't have to worry about using it in close quarters. In fact, like I could shoot it right at the wall in front of my face and it wouldn't damage me. It's like star power in Super Mario Brothers. You're basically invincible from energy attacks. Now, you can still take health damage from melee attacks, so you don't want to let the Grands punch you or anything, but you can see that Trandoshan just shot me and I didn't take any damage at all. You are virtually invincible if you have a shield supercharge on. You'll see here, actually, I hit myself with it. Anything the concussion field interacts with gets a blue flame around it. But yes, virtually invincible with a shield supercharge, except for, like I said, melee attacks that directly damage your health. This is that bridge that I pointed out near the beginning of the level. And here's the end of the level. Grab that, and we're done. So, that is Nar Shaddaa. I forgot to mention earlier, this walkthrough could be used for the original Dark Forces as well, because the layout of the levels and all the secrets and all that are exactly the same. So as we fly off in victory, what's happening here? Who's that? Cliffhanger! Before you go, why not check out some of the other entertaining and enriching gaming content we have here at the Triple S League, like Maximum News, our weekly gaming news podcast hosted by Max Darrett. You'll also find comedy, reviews, and lore videos, and the description has links to our other channels, like Scenometry, where I humorously overthink TV and movies.